Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a matte skin tutorial, and I did actually already film this once, but I talked a lot in the video and I ended up just not liking it. I'm doing this today because it was requested by my mom, actually, on a post that I did asking for requests for videos or questions, and she said she would like a matte skin tutorial. And then she, when I talked about it with her further, she wanted a matte skin tutorial, but she still wanted her skin to look healthy. So I'm going to film a tutorial on that today, and I am going to include two tips, one before you start your makeup and one after you end your makeup, to make sure that your matte skin still looks healthy. I'm gonna put my hair up so it's easier for you to see, and I'm also going to zoom you guys in a little bit. So first thing to do before you start any makeup, no matter what it is to moisturize. And this is going to make sure that you have healthy looking matte skin. No matter what kind of skin you have, including oily skin, you do need to moisturize, because this is what makes sure that your skin is healthy, it looks healthy, and it also gives a great base for your makeup. So today I used the Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer with SPF 15. This was lightweight, and that's why I used it. Most of my moisturizers that I use are actually Radiance moisturizers, and so I wanted to make sure that I used one that was not a Radiant moisturizer, and it was very, very light. First thing, I'm going to go in with the POREfessional primer. You're going to want to use a mattifying primer. This is not mattifying per se, but it does help to get rid of my shininess, and I actually don't have a specific mattifying primer in my kit right now. Because I don't usually work or do matte skin. I would use like something like POREfessional and then just go over with powders. But if you have oily skin, I would suggest getting a specifically matte primer. Otherwise, pore minimizing is going to be completely fine, just as long as it's not an illuminating one. So you can see that pretty much already got rid of all my shine. And so now I'm going to go in with a concealer. Really doesn't matter what concealer you use, and spot conceal any areas that I want to be a little bit more covered. I did go in with a lot of concealer today because I am wanting a relatively flawless, not completely flawless, but a pretty full coverage finish. I would like to note that just because you're doing matte skin does not mean that you have to do full coverage. Now I'm going to be going in with the Double Wear foundation. I am in the shade Desert Beige, and I'm going in with this foundation because it is a demi-matte finish or a semi-matte finish, and I find that I am able to manipulate this foundation to have the effect that I want. If I want it to be more full coverage or less full coverage, if I want it to be more radiant or more matte, I'm just able to manipulate it very, very well. Now, as you can see, Double Wear on my skin does tend to add a little bit of a luminosity. I don't know why. On a lot of people's skin, it actually is it's definitely more matte than radiant, but on my skin it does add a bit of a luminous finish. Not really sure why. However, that's okay, because what we are really going to focus on is mattifying your face with powder. So what the primer did is help with longevity, and then a mattifying primer, especially if you have oily skin, is going to make sure that none of those oils come out and make you shiny. And then we used a demi-matte or a matte foundation to give a nice base, but powder is really what it's going to make sure that you have a more mattified base. So I'm going to be using the RCMA No Color Powder. I'm specifically using this powder because it is a loose talc-based powder, and it does not give a skin-light finish. So I probably would not use, say like MAC Next to Nothing powder or something along those lines for this look, because pressed or more luminous powders, more skin-light powders do tend to let oils kind of come through a little bit more, while powders such as this, I have to put it on a little Morphe palette to make sure it doesn't spill, do not let oils come through. And I am just going to sweep this over the skin. There is no rhyme or reason. And there you have a mattified face. As you can see, no light, no radiance is really coming off of my skin, and it is a very matte finish. You can keep it like this, or if you get to the end of your makeup and you still feel like you don't look hydrated, or your skin looks a bit flat or fake, then a great tip to make sure that your skin still looks healthy and hydrated is going in with a setting spray. So what I'm going to use is MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and what this is, it says a skin refresher finishing mist, which is exactly what it is. And what this is going to do is it allows the powders and the creams to sort of melt together while still upholding that matte finish. Don't use a lot or it will completely nix the matte finish altogether. What I like about this is it is also a very fine mist. That's all I'm going to use. Normally, I would go in and I would use a lot more than that, but to make sure that we are upholding a matte finish, that's all I'm going to do. And that allows the skin to look a little bit more natural while still maintaining a matte finish. And then it also allows your skin to look healthy and hydrated. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer so that you can see a close-up effect. So now you're really, really close to my skin. You can see any blemishes that would come out. Although we did do a full coverage makeup, you know, I didn't want to cover completely everything so that it looked unnatural. So there's your tutorial for a matte but healthy skin look. If you have any other requests or if you have any other questions about this look, please leave them down below in the comments. And then if you liked this tutorial, please go ahead and click the like button. It doesn't do anything for me, it just kind of makes me feel good. And then if you would like to also subscribe to my channel, I'm going to leave somewhere around here a picture of my face. That's my profile picture. If you click that, you will go ahead and subscribe to my channel for free, and all that means is that I will show up in your little subscription box thing whenever I post a video. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.